Hello, 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 everyone. How is everybody? So, sorry everything went bad with my out and about live stream. No connection, no nothing. I need a new phone or something. Um, anyways, let's let me reiterate what happened today. Um, Well, supposedly there was a Sasquatch sighting in the area that I was at Flatonia, somewhere. It's a small town in Luling, Texas, and well, we went there, and I wanted to show y'all what to look for, how to know if what you're looking for is real, if it's the right information, stuff like that. Supposedly, with this, there's too many, not enough information about the sighting. It's too old. It's over 2 years. Well, 2 years ish. Um, but it, it's it's recent enough that you could still go to that area and try to find evidence, but it's also too old to find any tracks or anything like that, unless that Sasquatch actually does claim it as its territory. Um, the area that we're at, it was a semi park, but it was a part of the Guadalupe River. Um, that being said, yeah, there could be enough fish in that water to survive. There could be enough wild edibles there to survive. But from every other account and every other tracking that I've done, it doesn't add up to where a Sasquatch would stay there. There's there's not enough resources per se to sustain a big creature. Um, but if it is, say, a juvenile, um, that could work. But the thing is having to learn how to fish, especially with your hands. Hey, Christy. Hey, country boy. How y'all doing? Um, that's why most Sasquatches don't stay in a like a permanent location, because there's too many variables and not enough resources for them to get the nutrients that they need. Um, like a Neanderthal type Sasquatch, um, they don't need as many calories as, say, a patty type. But they're not as smart as the other breeds of Sasquatch. Hey, Tammy, sis. Um, I'm just talking about the area that we were at. Um, the story of it, I know I was breaking up and everything, and I lost signal a lot, and I'm sorry about that to everybody. Um, but I'm home now. I'm on a stable internet, so we should be good. Really, Christy? See, it's different. There is a few locations around the United States that do support a select few groups of Sasquatch. Uh, there's a place there's a place in Canada, all right, and it's called the Sasquatch. I mean the Sasquatch Inn. Um, yeah, I remember, Christy. I remember. Yeah. Well, the thing is, like the Sasquatch Inn, um, it has it has over 50 acres of wooded land, and supposedly there's a family of like 12 Sasquatch that lives in this 43 acres. That's why it's called Sasquatch Inn. Um, that's enough territory for a family to survive. Most places, like, like your area, Christy, um, I I've heard reports of Sasquatch living in a specific area for 3 days to a week at most before moving to another area. I've heard some places that, like some areas that I've been at, like there's an area here in Texas called Skull Creek. Um, Skull Creek, there's been a dogman or Sasquatch sighting since the 1800s in Skull Creek. Um, but there hasn't been any reports of this creature in like the past 10 years. Um, so has it moved on? Has it been taken over by another cryptid? Um, Last time I went up there, I saw the three-toed markings of specific Mossman like Sasquatch up there. I haven't seen any paw prints or anything saying that it's a dog man, but I mean, there, like the area that I was at today, it it would have enough resources to sustain a single Bigfoot. For how long, I don't know, because not really a lot of Sasquatch fish. Um, the Mossy Creek monster, Grassman, stuff like that, they do fish. But not all Sasquatches fish. They do catch other water like creatures, um, like beavers, mink, stuff like that. Um, there, a lot of Sasquatch, a lot of cryptid hunters, they wish to believe that Sasquatch are always in groups, and that's not always true. There is they do have a caste system. There's the alpha male, the beta male, stuff like that, just like in any other animal society. It's just like in elephants. Um, if a matriarch elephant gives birth to a male, they only keep it in the herd for so long until they kick it out of the herd when it hits puberty, when it hits breeding age. Then they kick it out, and it has to survive on its own. Um, yeah, no, no, there is no communication with Sasquatch explosive. I hate to say it. People that do tree knocking and hoops and howls, they have no clue what they're saying. They have no clue what any of that means. The only reason why they get any kind of, from what I've tracked and what I've hunted, when Sasquatch do tree knocks, it's usually they send out 2 scouts, and the scouts find the best way to lead the group through to safety to a new territory, and they do the tree knocking to let the others know where their position is. These Sasquatch hunters, they go out and they knock on trees with sticks, and they do hoops and howls, and I bet you anything, it confuses them. That's why the Sasquatch react the way that they do, is because the scouts are already out doing tree knocking, and these dumb humans are mimicking what they're doing and confusing then the group, the family, into going in a different direction than where the scouts actually need them to go for safety. Christy, I would love to do it. Hey, AP brother, how you doing? Yeah, Christy, I would love to come and help you. If I could ever do it, I would. But the thing about communicating with Sasquatch, it's always a what if. People don't know what they're doing when they're trying to communicate with Sasquatch. Um, Most of the time, they get anger, they get hoops and howls, then they try to mimic that exact hoop and howl. And those Sasquatch could be doing territorial howls or doing protective hoots. And we're sitting there like idiots out there doing the exact same calls, not even understanding the tone, the action, stuff like that of the Sasquatch. Um, you don't see people going hunting Dogman and howling at the moon trying to call a Dogman, and that makes me laugh at these Sasquatch hunters. Um, did you, Christy? I'd like to see what you got, Christy. Yeah, Tammy. I mean, all these people that are doing these tree knocks and stuff like that, they are confusing the actual ecosystem and the communication system that these Sasquatch take. I've been in areas that like right when the wind blows, after the wind blows and the trees sway, you hear a faint knocking. And if you don't catch it right there, you don't hear it. Because they're trying to blend in with nature. They're trying to blend in with the sounds of the actual trees swaying in the wind and rocking back and forth and creaking. You don't really, only at night do you hear prominent tree knocks. And that's usually when families are actually on the move. They don't move during the day because 90% of the territories that they're in are hot, and they don't want to use that extra calorie intake or that water intake because they know the trip that they take is going to require water and food. So they do it at night to save on those resources that they've been saving up all day to get ready for that travel. It's okay, Christy. You send me the best ones you think that you have, and that's fine. And we could look over all of them over time, cause I ain't going anywhere, sis. Hey, Nubby, bro, how you doing? Good to see you again, AAP. But but the area that we were at, yeah, there is. The thing is, it's a it's a good area. It's a really, ow, I got bit or stung or something by a bug. But it's a good area. It's a really good area. It had wild vegetation. It had plenty of tall grass to hide in, and it had a huge river, and it had a place for water. It had a place for fish. It had a place for beavers and meat. You can't get that in a lot of places here in Texas. So, but the bad thing is, it's a park. It's a constant park where there's always human interaction there. And Sasquatch, they stay away from humans. They don't want to come into humans. Yes, they may stay around because there is trash cans out there. People would leave, people go out there to barbecue, to cook hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff like that. That's free food for them. And anything that's free food, because Sasquatches are not just hunters, they are scavengers too. They will take roadkill, they'll take something that other animals have killed and eat it. They're not constantly on the hunt. They're opportunists. Right, Christy. Yeah. I mean, I watched this TV show because I gave up on TV a long time ago. And things like Discovery Channel and stuff, they always have these stupid TV shows. It goes with paranormal, it goes with cryptids, it goes with whatever. They have a TV show for it. But it's like the mountain men, mountain hunters, or something like that. Every time they go out in the woods, they take shotguns and everything out there. And these people, don't take any offense to this, please, but all of these guys are overweight. I'm talking about over 200 pounds, and they're trudging through the wilderness, going after a Sasquatch, and they can't even run. Like, they run 5 minutes and they're out of breath. How are they going after something that's 8 to 12 foot tall, that is in peak physical condition, that can snap a tree in half? Yeah. Oh no, they're not curious about it at all, Tammy. They they know these smells. They know what a hamburger smells like, a hot dog smells like. They know what cooked meat smells like, and they know they can eat it. And when they know where something's cooked, they will go. That's why the parks always post. It's not just for animals, okay? Because animals will come up to a campsite and ravage it. If you cooked food or whatever on a campfire, they'll come up in the middle of the night. I've had raccoons, I've had possums, I've had coyotes come up to a campfire in the middle of the night to see what scraps they could get. Same thing with the Sasquatch. Right, Nubs. I mean, the these people, like, they don't understand the the physical aspect of these creatures. They don't understand that these creatures are hardened creatures. They are made to withstand nature. You think spraying them with rock salt is going to kill it? No, it'll kill a human because we have no defense. We have no natural protection anymore. But it oh yeah, Christy, I mean, if you've been in an area more than once, they know your smell. And if they also know if you're violent or not. That's why some people can go to places multiple times and not get disturbed. But then there's some people, like a lot of people here in Texas, at least 75% of the people in Texas carry a handgun on them, and they use that gun. So they know that these people can be dangerous. That's why those people get things to deter them from their territory. They'll get rocks thrown at them. They'll hear ominous sounds. Is to scare them off, because the Sasquatch is just as scared as they are, because Sasquatch know. See, if you shoot a Sasquatch, if you hit a Sasquatch with a bullet, that's danger to them. The bullet won't kill them automatically, but nature will kill them over time. That bullet that's still in the body, it's an open wound, it's pouring blood. They're trudging through they're trudging through dirt, they're trudging through poison oak, poison sumac. They're trudging through nature. And an infection, you see how fast an infection can kill a human. Just imagine how long it will take to kill something like a Sasquatch. It'll take longer to kill them, and it will create more pain to where they can't protect themselves. They can't protect their family. And you know what? They're better off dead than suffering that kind of fate. Hey sis, how you doing? Oh yeah. A lot of them ain't going to be scared, sis. That's their role. They the alphas, they're not supposed to be. They can't show fear. I mean, they literally can't. If they show fear, that means that's weakness to them in their family, and that will mean somebody else will try to take their spot. Just like in any other animal community, if an alpha wolf shows weakness, shows scaredness, the next wolf is going to step in and try to take that spot. And it's going to be the same way with Sasquatch. Um, right. Yeah, you can't show fear. I mean, you go there just like ghost hunting. You show respect. You you do the exact same things as you would in any other, any other field. I mean, you show respect to the ghosts. Sometimes the ghosts show respect to you, sometimes they don't. Same thing with the cryptid field. You go to an area that is supposed to be a territory. If you show respect, let them know, because they are listening. So you let them know what you're doing there, why you're there, and be as respectful as you can. I mean, don't go and try to piss on a tree, because that means you're trying to take over their territory. And that's going to get, you know, a a human head size rock thrown at you. Yeah, sis. Yeah, sis. How you doing, Bama fan? But I mean, I really wanted to show y'all. I really wanted to take y'all and have an interactive live stream with y'all. I wanted to so bad. It's just my phone. My signal my signal's shit. It really is. Oh, we're doing good, brother. We're doing really good. I just That's what I want to do with y'all. I want to take y'all and see first person view of what to do, what not to do. But unless I have a state of the art phone that can pick up on whatever little signal and hold it, I'm not going to be able to do it. And it's not like I have a satellite connector that I can hook up to my phone and show y'all. And yeah, I can do videos. I can show y'all on videos what to do, but it's not the exact same. It's not actual being able to answer your questions right then. Yeah, brother. Yeah. Like I want to do those kind of live streams with y'all. I know, Christy. Like, I want to give you, I want to give y'all an experience that nobody else is trying to do. Yeah, people are doing live stream investigations. Yeah, I understand. People are doing, go to a haunted location, do this, do that. But they're not interacting with you. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. I understand it's hard doing a paranormal investigation setting up all your equipment, reading all your equipment, watching multiple screens, stuff like that, trying to do your research, and then trying to talk to the chat. It's hard. But people need to know. People that want to get in this field. We need more people that is willing to get out, boots on the ground, and explore. I don't want y'all watching 5 or 6 videos and think, oh, we can go out in the woods and everything, and end up dying. You know how bad that would hurt me if I know somebody died trying to do what I showed them in a video instead of on live chat showing what can happen. Like my last live stream, one of my very first live streams where I broke my leg on a live stream. I was showing y'all, I was holding on as long as I can on a live stream, crawling back to safety so y'all could see how hard, how much pain it is to hurt yourself in an investigation. And if you're by yourself, like, what can happen to you in an investigation? You know, people never look at the bad side of investigations. They always look at, oh, what's going to happen? I mean, am I going to find something? Am I going to be the next person to go viral and find an elusive cryptid or full body apparition or whatever? Yeah, I am, brother. Right, Baba. See, Tammy, like, I don't have people here. And don't get me wrong, I love all of y'all. I love all of y'all to death. Y'all are my brothers and my sisters. But I can only trust a certain handful to have my back in a cryptid situation. I mean, let's stop the chat right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever came face to face in a survival scenario that you did not know that you were going to survive. Well, let me put it this way. And that's true, Bama. A country boy can survive, but there's some things that we can't survive. But let me put it this way. A survival situation is more than getting lost in the woods, more than getting turned around and confused. A survival situation is, and I hate saying it, but breaking your leg in the woods and not being able to get up and walk away. breaking your arm in the woods, going to an abandoned location and stepping on a piece of wood that you think is safe and it's rotted out, and you go crashing through the floor into the basement. Or you go to an abandoned location or a haunted location that's X amount of years old, and you fall through and a nail, say you fall through a floor and you land on your back, and there's a piece of wood with a rusty nail that pierces your lung. Do you have the equipment for emergency situations, to patch yourself up, to call for SOS? Right, Nubs. See? Like that's what I'm talking about. Right, Beth. Yes. Yeah, Beba. That's why I won't. That's why I always tell y'all, safety first before anything else. You can take all the camera equipment, you can take all your paranormal gadgets, all this stuff, and go wherever you want. But the thing is, do you have a med kit? Do you have a emergency shelter kit? Do you have an emergency fire kit? Do you have, you can make all this stuff and it can weigh up to a pound, you know, as long as it's the essential equipment to keep you alive. Say you hurt yourself in an abandoned house, but there is water trickling. You're not going to drink it out of those 100-year-old, you know, copper or lead pipes. Just straight up drink it. But if you take a metal water bottle with you, you have a fire kit, a way to make fire, a lighter or anything. I know a lot of y'all smoke, so y'all have a lighter on you. All you need to do is know how to make that fire. Collect the water from that pipe that's coming down. That's good, Nubs. I'm glad. But do you have all the other things besides a med kit? Yeah, good. Good, Bama. Right, Tammy. And that's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to be safe. Enjoy doing this. But don't go out there to enjoy something and end up screwing up and not coming back. We all have families. We all have a family to come back to. We all have loved ones that worry about us. Good, Nubs. That's what you need, Nubs. Yeah. A compass with a signal mirror. And also, Nubs, it's against the law to have them, but get a laser pointer. Get a what is it? You can buy a 15,000 mile laser pointer. It it's hot enough to literally start fires. You can get it on Wish for like $5, or the people across the water, like Tammy, you can go to Alibaba and buy one for like 6 or 7 quid, something like that. But if you're out in the middle of the woods and you see a plane flying over you, you use that laser pointer and you point and you do an SOS, 3 blinks, 3 rapid blinks with the laser pointer at the plane. They will catch it and they will radio in where your location is, where they saw those lights. They will send the police and everything to that location. It's against the law if you're not in a survival situation. But it's better to have a fine and save your life than sit there and die and worry about the cops. Oh, good, Rich. How you been, brother? Yeah, go, uh, Christy, go to wish.com and look up the 15K laser pointer. You can see it. It's got like hundreds of different like variations of it. Um, but it's strong enough to make a fire, and it takes like 4 watch batteries, but it can make a fire for you. It can signal for help for you, and it it's better to be safe than sorry. It always is. I mean, you don't want to fear that the cops are going to come and haul you to jail because you did an SOS beacon to a plane flying by. I mean, they're not going to see it. What's up, Tyler, brother? How you doing? Yeah, it's that's one of the things, Christy. Yeah, like Tammy. That's a trip just getting out of Texas, a 9 hour drive, just getting to a Texas border. But yeah, I want you all prepared to do this stuff. I want y'all safe. Rich is one of my brothers from the survival community, so he can vouch with me that one of those laser pointers, it's looked down upon by shining it into a cockpit at night, but it's better to have them call in and send a rescue team to your location than sitting out there and dying. Let me see. Uh, that is from Beth. Yeah, let me open up another tab. Give me 1 second, everybody. Uno momento. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see if I can sign into this. Why? Don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. Wish is one of those websites that sell everything. So, um, you may run into like sex toys along with these laser pointers, or you may find sex pills, or you may find whatever. Oh, you have Wish in the UK? Okay, Tammy. But Wish is Wish is okay on some things. I've bought a lot of my survival gear on Wish, and trust me, Wish, it's really cheaper than most places, especially for like survival gear. Um, I've bought multiple things off of there. I've bought compasses. I've bought uh, cooking tins. I've bought water bottles. I've bought tents. I've bought backpacks, things like that. They're all running good, working good. You can even buy some name brand stuff on there that is like leftover stock from like last year or whatever. I bought a Gerber strong arm knife off of there for like $9, and it's a true Gerber a true Gerber military edition strong arm that's usually like $150. I've got it for $9 off of there. And that's one thing. That's one thing y'all are gonna need too. Y'all are gonna need a fixed blade knife. Hopefully carbon steel if you can get it. Something with a good 90-degree spine on it. So, I mean, with a 90-degree spine on it, anything carbon steel, you can hit the back of it and create sparks and make a fire that way if you have to. Very primitive, but it works. I can't wait either, Nubby, bro. I can't wait until you get that. I went and checked on your package and everything, and it should be coming around to you sometime next week, maybe. Um, there's the knives you have to watch out for on Wish. I mean, some of them do claim to be carbon steel, and they've came and they weren't true carbon steel. Um, some of them are carbon steel that I bought. Um, but you just have to pick and choose and hope. And the only way you can tell if it's carbon steel is take something, a harder metal, and hit it. Hit it on the back and see if it creates spark. Um, like, I mean, any river rock, something like that with a sharp edge, hit it on the back. Hey, David, brother, how you doing? Um, anything with a sharp edge, you can strike it on the back of that, and if it creates sparks, you have a true carbon steel knife. If it doesn't, then you don't have a carbon edge. You don't have a carbon steel knife, or you don't have a strong, hard enough rock for it. Because what you're doing is you're using the sharp edge of that rock, and it has to be hard enough to scrape off the metal. And what you're doing is scraping off that carbon steel at such a fast and hard rate that it automatically combusts into a flame. But I mean, the only way you can do that is put the blade onto a piece of wood and try to make a sharp edge on a river rock. Tammy, you have flint all over the place. And if you're up north, you can get flint. Down south, it's kind of hard to get flint, so you want to get like opal, I mean, not opal, but quartz, something like that, because quartz makes a perfect skinning edge. And strike that down the side, and it should spark. Nice, Christy. Okay. To tell you the truth, Tammy, you want to carry two bandanas with you. Bandanas serve multiple purposes, especially 100% cloth bandanas. Bandanas can be made for a sling. It can be made to tie up, two branches. The thing is with a splint is you want to not go for, you don't want to go for, you want to go for like an arm-sized branch or an arm-sized tree. Then cut that down and make your splint out of that. But carry a good roll of actual Gorilla Tape or duct tape. Or if you have electrical tape, use electrical tape. But you're not going to get a tight enough seal with tape. But you will, as long as you make the knots tight enough on a bandana. So, because you can tighten up a bandana as tight as you can. That's usually the best thing. Or get some 550 paracord and use that. Anytime. But like me with my problem, I didn't have any wood around me when I broke my leg on live stream. So there's going to be some places that you go that you may hurt yourself, that you just don't have the materials around you. And that's one of the bad things, that's like me. I couldn't make a splint, so I had to keep my legs straight, and I had to crab crawl, where I had to use my two arms behind me and pull myself back and push with my left leg to give myself enough oomph to crawl. Yeah, just like a tourniquet, Beth. Yeah, you put it in and you tie the stick in the knot and twist and twist and twist and tie that knot around that twist. Tie the remaining ears of your knot around that twist and tighten it again. Right, Tammy. Yeah. I mean, something severe like that, a basic splint's not going to work on that. You're going to need, with like an open fracture, anything like that, you're going to need to people tell you not to do it, but you need to reinsert that bone back into the skin, especially if you're in a wilderness situation. You have to reinsert that bone back into the skin and reset that bone. And yeah, it sounds easy to do, but it's not. It is not easy to do for that. You can ask you hear all these survivalists and everything saying, "Oh, it's just easy." Just like you're going to hear survivalists saying, "Pack a sewing kit into your survival bag, and if you gash yourself open or anything like that, bite a stick and sew your wound up." That is bullshit, because I bet you anything, none of those survivalists has ever done that a day in their life. Nobody can sit there and have a gaping, gushing, bloody wound and reset a bone, sew themselves up, and tie a splint onto it. You will pass out from the pain. Right, Beth. Yeah, you can't, because you're already in excruciating pain. Your vision's blurry. You are hurting. Like, even if you didn't break a rib, breathing is hard to do with pain like that. When I cracked my tibia in 2 places and I fractured it in the third place, just the just the pressure of me crawling and dragging my right leg behind me, just that dragging alone made me cringe every second. Like, when the pain got too much, I just dropped to the ground and I just breathed instead of like cussing at the top of my voice. Hey, Spitfire, brother. Yeah, it's easy to say that you can do this, but doing it is a different story. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do have a sewing kit in my survival bag, because yes, there is going to be times where you are going to need to sew yourself up. And if you can't sew up yourself and you're with somebody else, have them sew you up. At least you have the stuff there for somebody or yourself to do. I'm not saying you're going to get a Medal of Honor for doing it or whatever, but at least you do have it just in case. Right, Tammy. It's you're going to hear people like Bear Grylls and all these other survivalists, all these ex-military survivalists talk about being badasses. Well, you know what? We all weren't raised in the military all our life and learned how to do this and had to do it. We're normal humans. We are civilians that have not had to do that. Butterfly stitches work, yes, but not in a nature survival situation. Yeah, butterfly stitches are, yeah, like what Beth said. Well, not minor, but there is a tightening stitch system that is used with super glue and plastic. You can buy those, and it's kind of like, imagine cable ties. That's what it's going to do. It's you like you cable you super glue it on either side of the cut, you put these little balls through a hole and you tighten up your wound to as close to the skin as you can, and you take this industrial super glue and you seal up the wound. It's not going to stop the bleeding. It's going to stop the bleeding on the outside, but it's still going to bleed on the inside, especially if you cut yourself deep. Yeah, Tammy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah. Yeah, Beth. Butterfly stitches are only used for non-movable areas, like knees. Like, you can't use it on knees, you can't use it on the neck, you can't use it on a shoulder, you can't, hell, you can't even use it on a hand unless it's like on the very top of your hand. But you can use it on forearms. You can use it on, like, you can't really use it on the calf, but you can use it on the shin. Um, it's only certain areas, you know. Yeah, no joints at all. But that's why you pack industrial super glue for those joints and everything. You know, the one thing that pisses me off is people saying, oh, if you gash yourself open or whatever, just put a cotton bandana on it and duct tape it. I hate those people. I hate people like that so bad. I mean, I can understand, yeah, if it's a life or death situation, but you're still bleeding out. That cotton bandana, unless you shove it in the wound, you're not, I mean, you're still not stopping the bleeding. I mean, you need something to hold together the tissues so your blood can coagulate and heal up. Yeah, it's like people saying, "Oh, take a tampon for bullet wounds." What is that going to do? You know, only after a certain amount of time is that tampon going to hold blood. Then you got to take it out and put another one in there, but you still have that bullet in the wound. Take care, Rich brother. Thank you for joining. Yes, sis. Yeah. You can see the most common one is the cross stitch for like open wounds. You want to do that. You want to cross stitch anything that's over, what is it? An inch to a half an like a half an inch to an inch down. You want to cross stitch it. And if it's more than an inch, you need to do like the curve hook. You have to do the curved needle to actually dig into the skin and pop it through. And it's called like an Undertaker stitch or something. Hey, Brenda sis, how you doing? But yeah, kind of like that, sis. It's the X's with the zigzag. You do the zigzag stitch first to tighten up the skin, then you cross stitch it on top of that all the way around, so So you have that extra hold on it. That's how I was taught in uh, field medicine 101 for survival training. Like they do a zigzag. They do, like, if you cut here, what they would do is zigzag to tighten in the skin together. Then they would do the cross stitch on top of it to hold it together. Yeah, you could do that also, Beth. Yeah. See, it's always different. Every person that teaches it so differently. You know, they do the zigzag, then the reverse zigzag. And like I was taught, you do the one zigzag to bring the skin in together, then you make the actual X on top of it, linking it together. Yes, sis. Like if you know how to do stitching, like if you know how to do cross stitching and everything, think of it the same way. Just think of it the exact same way on human skin, and that's how. Because cross stitching actually was, well, stitching was actually taught to the medical professionals, like people that knew how to stitch and how to weave. They learned all their stuff from those people. Right? Yeah. I want to, since I have y'all here and everything, do y'all want to see what a basic survival kit can be? Do you want me to show y'all one? I know I've done a live stream on it, like multiple live streams on it, but for some people that haven't made one, and we can discuss where we can buy it, because you can get all this stuff without breaking the bank. You can spend less money making a survival kit and a medical kit than you do buying a IR camera. Okay. All right, let me finish this, then I'll go in and show y'all the basic kits. Because you know you can make a basic kit for around $15 to $20, and that will save your life. You can't even buy a piece of paranormal equipment for $20 anymore, which is sad. I mean, I want to. How do I do screen share? How do I do that? I see a share button. Let's see what that does. I can share a screen. Yay! Oh yeah, yeah, Beth. Most people can. Thank you, sis. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, I still need to send you some wild lettuce seeds. I have them. I've been working so much. I just haven't had time. Yeah, Brenda, I'm a I don't know how to do all the technological stuff on here. Bring up what I want to share, then hit share. Okay, sweet. Let's go shopping, everybody. Let's do that. Uh, let's see if I can get into Wish. Let's see what I can. Hey, allow. Hee hee. All right. So let's see here. Let's just put in daily login bonus. Yay. Let's look here. Survival. Wait, hold on. Come on. Survival gear and equipment. That works. Maybe I don't have to show y'all in person what I'm doing. Okay, so this is one thing you do not want to buy. If it will come up. Okay. So go to StreamYard. Easy two-step process. I don't think it's an easy two-step process, ma'am. Love you too, Tam Tam. Tam Tam. Like Bam Bam. Yeah, David. Wild lettuce is the perfect wild edible. You can use the milk on it as a topical, like a topical rub on sore areas. You can take the leaves off of it. You can boil them in hot water to make a soothing kind of pain reliever tea. You can actually cook the plants when they're young. They have health benefits. They have 100% of all vitamins in it. You can cut the stalk of the older ones, put it in vodka, let it sit for like 6 months, and you can drink it every day. And supposedly heals uh, it heals your lungs. Like if you have a cough or a cold or anything like that, it will clear that up. It has multiple uses. Hey, Tryon, how you doing, brother? I haven't seen your new video yet, but I'm going to look at it. Tryon's another part of my survival community, everyone. Yeah, vodka with wild lettuce in it. Yeah, if you put wild lettuce in vodka and let it sit, it'll cure, you know, cold, it'll cure lung infections, it'll do a lot of things. Oh, lovely, brother. I know how that feels. You can I mean, you could put it in other things, Beth, but I like vodka. I mean, any kind of like alcohol you can put it in. All right, all right. Let me share this. Share screen. Uh, it, Screen sharing is the easiest with 2 monitors. I ain't got 2 monitors, you stupid computer. Okay, thanks for showing me those clips. No, no. Window. No. Chrome tab. Yeah. Share. Uh, yes. Yes. Share. Okay. So this thing. Do not buy one of these. Please. Please do not buy one of these things. That is just bad. Alright, so continue on. Okay, so like this. This thingy right here. What this is an EDC ferro rod. The ferro rod is right here. It goes into here. Then, as you can see, like this little thing right here is your striker. So, in a pinch, you can use one of these as a fire starter if need be. So, yeah, see, it's compact. You can even wear it around your neck. I mean, it opens up like that. That's your little ferro rod, and there's enough room in there that you can store a little bit of tinder, like a cotton ball and Vaseline, you know, any kind of fat wood shavings, stuff like that. Y'all can see this, right? Okay, sweet. Y'all can see that, right? Nice. So, yeah, like it's a mini ferro rod, and you can buy one of these things. You can buy a name brand one for like $20-$30. On Wish, it's $3.77. Then you pay like $2 shipping, so $5. You have a ferro rod and a good one too. Oh, okay, awesome. And let's continue on. Okay, so get that off. As you can see, I already have 3 things in my shopping list. One of these is good too. The solar 2-port chargers. It's a 30,000 milliamp dual solar panel charger. So if you're going to be going out into the woods and everything a lot, you need one of these. It's better than having one of those charge banks that you have to charge up at home. You don't know if you charged it last or you forgot to charge it and you take a dead battery bank to wherever you're going. And I mean, it's $16 for it. And I mean, you can't beat it. See, something like this for a med kit. Like this is an EMT med kit. Like there's 234 piece, 184 piece, and a 13 piece kit. But this thing is like the 200, and this one is the 234 piece. It's got everything that you need in here aside from the tourniquet. I mean, you got a window breaker, you got everything. It even comes with a crappy emergency kit, but that emergency kit can save your life. This is a paracord bracelet that's got a whistle, it's got a flint striker, it's got one of those button compasses, which are but it has a magnifying glass to start a solar flare, a solar fire. It's got a compass built into it, a compass with it besides the bracelet one. It's got a Mylar blanket. It does have one of those crap chainsaws. It has one of those pocket tool kits. It has an extra ferro rod. It's got one of the defense pins, a flashlight, a survival whistle. That's a small blade, just a small, knife for doing basic tasks. Then it's got, the carry-all rope with it. But this has everything that you're going to need, and you just throw it in the back of your car or whatever. It's... Let's see here. Buy. Let's see how much the select size. Okay. So let's go with the 234 piece. So the 234 piece medical bag is $21. I mean, $21, then like $5 shipping. So you're looking at around $30 for... You're looking at $34 for a 234 piece medical kit with a basic survival kit with it. I understand, Beth. I understand. Take care of trying, brother. Yeah, I mean, this website is a good website. I mean, they sell... Yeah, there are going to be some, like, Chinese products and stuff in it. It's not going to have Neosporin, but it's going to have antibacterial, cream in it, which is Neosporin, you know. Yeah, it's worth it. It's not a survival kit per se, but it will help you. I mean, you got to think that 13-piece kit alone, this little bitty thing right here, was $16. But you can get this big mama jama. Yeah, it's going to weigh more, but it's going to weigh more and you're going to have more options for $21. For $5 more, $5 more, you get more stuff than 13 pieces. You can go to the Dollar Tree and buy a Johnson & Johnson 13-piece, like just bandages, like Band-Aids and one gauze for $1. That's 13 pieces right there for $1. Let's get off of that. See right here. Can y'all still see what I'm... Can y'all see what I'm pointing at when I move my mouse to it? If y'all can, if y'all can see where my mouse goes, just give me a thumbs up. if y'all see what I'm doing. Okay, awesome. So that same little kit that comes in this exact same kit right here. The only difference is this doesn't come with a Mylar blanket, but it comes with a better knife. This is $3 alone, and it comes with the bracelet and all the other stuff. The only thing you're missing is the dollar Mylar blanket, and those things really aren't the best in the world to use. Most Mylar blankets rip and can't really protect you. See, like here, these are real ferro rods that I like to use. Outdoor survival, magnesium, white steel, blah, 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 whatever they name it. But it's a ferro rod. You can get the 4-inch or the 6-inch for $6 for that one thing. And you see how to use it. You use that striker. You use the 90-degree spine on it to strike downwards, and you create sparks on it. That's the striker right there. So you use this sharpened edge right down here. Oh, what did I do? Oh, crap. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, you can get it in multiple sizes. You can get square ones. You can get octagon ones. Or you can get these button ones. I mean, $6 for a 6-inch mag rod. It's worth it. Just learning how to use it is the problem. Now, if you are going to get a chainsaw, don't get this piece of crap. This one was actually made for the military to use in the Air Force. So when the airplane goes down, it can cut through metal. It can cut through metal better than it can cut through a tree. This is the one that you want. This is the one that you want in the wilderness because it actually has a chainsaw blade on it. And it comes with a little pack on it. It's 25-inch long with 11 teeth chainsaw blade. And you know how a chainsaw cuts through wood. And that's what this is going to do. I mean, $9, it's good to have. And it also packs up into this little pouch that you can just throw on your belt or whatever and take with you. Another thing, if you don't like that first solar charger, this is the one that I have on my backpack. Like, you strap it to the top and all the solar panels fall down on your backpack. And you can charge everything that you need to charge while walking and hiking. And I mean, $22 for that. It's a 5-volt, 10-watt portable backpack charger. That's worth it. I mean, this is really the way you want to go if you're going to be out in the wilderness and charging your stuff. I mean, why not use the sun? The sun's free energy. Why not use it? Now, for another fire starter, these are called infinity matches. And with an infinity match, what you do is What you do is you fill this little tube with lighter fluid. This is a striker with like a Zippo, a lamp wick in it, and the ferro rod is on this side of it, and this soaks into the lighter fluid and everything, and when you strike it, it's a constant flame, and then you just wave it and it goes out. But it works. It works. I have like 20 of these things, and I use them all the time. Like, that's a better picture of how it burns. And that's it together. You just screw it back in, and the lighter fluid and everything doesn't come out. That's an actual good thing. Or if you want to use the sun again, if you're eco-friendly, you can use a parabolic lens. With the parabolic lens, it focuses the ray of sun straight into the middle, and as you can see, the smoke on this little piece of cedar, that's what it does. But you need at least 15 minutes of direct sunlight to light this stuff. So it's good for an emergency, but it's also depends on the weather, you know. Anything dealing with solar, it depends on the weather. Good job, Tammy. Yeah. Yeah, Tammy. It's worth it. But these things you do not want. Don't get me wrong, life straws are good. Life straws are life straws. I mean, you can go to any water source and drink out of it. But it's only good for like 20 liters of water. And after that, the purification, the filter inside of it is no good anymore. So it's good, but it's bad. This is a good backup filter for if you're on a day hike or, whatever. But if you're doing long trips all the time, this is not the way to go for a water filter. Ah! Bug crunched under my hand. But see, I told you they throw in this crazy stuff when you're like, who wants that in survival? Anyways, whatever. Let's see what this is. $26. Let's see what we can get with this. So this is an ASR outdoor camping survival safety and emergency preparedness kit. So it's showing that you get a Mylar blanket, which is $1. You get a hand warmer. It's probably a 2-pack hand warmer, one for each hand, or it could be a 4-pack. Those things last for 4 to 6 hours. Then you get a blanket, it looks like. You get a run-of-the-mill basic knife. I mean, at least it's a full piece of metal and not a half piece of crap. But it comes with a ferro rod. I don't understand why it gives you 3 safety pins. It gives you a whistle, and it gives you one of those pocket ninja things. So that's $1. That's $1. That's definitely $1. Oh, it's a microfiber towel. It's not a blanket. Then that. Wow. That is not worth $26 at all. Yeah, don't worry about this. Don't even look at that. Close your eyes. All right. So, yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Okay, so this is the exact same thing as what I showed you for $3. It comes with everything that other kit with the med kit, that survival box with the med kit comes with. The only difference is this comes with a better knife with a carabiner clip. It comes with a NATO a NATO brass, probably not alcohol filled, but it's probably water filled compass, which is pretty good than the Mylar blanket. Just these three things alone does not raise this price up to $27. I mean, you can get one of these from a Walmart for like $5. Oh, it comes with a pill case too. Wow. So, let's see here. Yeah. The compass, the knife, and the Mylar blanket. That's all that they added to this for $27. Yeah, the mini pill bottle. Yeah, that's it. So it's better buying that med kit and getting the free survival box with it. But see this is an SOS survival first aid backpack. It's $16. Let's see what it comes with. This is something that you just throw on your back and take with you. So, from what I'm seeing, let's see here. Okay, so you can either get 101 piece, 178 piece, 244 piece, or the backpack that has the 244, 178, and the 101 piece with the backpack for no backpack. What? Hold on. Why is there no backpack? See, that's another thing. That's another thing you got to watch out for on Wish. They will advertise something, and they'll only advertise. They'll continue advertising it on here, but if they run out of it, they won't sell it no more. So, look, I like this camp cooking gear. So, all right. So with this, you get the kettle, you get a frying pan, and you get a pot. All three of those things you can survive anything with. That is worth select size. Okay. Pan, pot, and kettle. Still. See, it says only 17 left of this kit with all three. $26 for all three items. For just the pot and pan, you're looking at $13 for that. And that, the pan, this thing over here, that's the lid for the pot. It's dual purpose. So you can either cook out of both, boil water in one, and cook food in one, or put the lid on top and boil it faster for 13. Either way, it's still worth it. But this would be the better way to go, because you could boil the water in the kettle, you can cook whatever you need in the frying pan, and make rice or steam vegetables or, wild edibles, whatever, in the pot. So that's actually a good... That is actually good. Good. Okay, so here's a decent backpack. And, with Wish, the bigger the leader, the more it's going to cost. So let's go ahead and go with the 100 liter. So it's $22 for the 100 liter. So you could pick any color: black, green, khaki, gray, brown, beige. So these are the colors that you get. That's actually not a bad price for that style backpack at all. But what can I say? I mean, it's a backpack. What else? What else is there to say about it? But this is still not worth $27, but it does come with a little pouch with it. I mean, with the pouch, yeah, you could get that pouch for $5 to $10. It has a water bottle holder. This thing straps to your belt or your, belt loop or something, and you unbuckle it with this DS2 belt loop. You put this around the neck of your water bottle, snap it back in. That's actually a nice little thing. I have a couple of those. They actually hold their weight. But this is actually decent, $27, not really. But with this, you could make a survival kit out of. With this little pouch right here, you can make a basic survival kit out of. Then you could fill it with whatever you want. Let's see if we can find a pouch like that. Oh, come on. Come on. Where are you? There you are. Why are you... Why? What the... There we go. There you are. So you get 40 in one on this. You can get a Bowie knife for $24, which is stainless steel, not carbon steel. You can get a survival bracelet watch for $7. That's paracord. It's got the D2 buckle. It's got the flint striker. It's got the flint ferro rod and the striker. It's got a whistle, a compass, and it's got a small fishing kit in it. It's got a single hook, a worm, and string. Eh, eh. Nothing to write home to mama about, but see, even this, like, this is $35, and I bet you anything it's a wannabe titanium. So with this, you get the exact same thing. You get a kettle, you get a pot, a frying pan, and a multi-purpose lid that goes on both the pan and the pot. You get 3 cups, a rice spoon, a cleaning sponge, and a ladle. Wow. For 35? No. I would go with that other one for 22. Then you get stuff like this. These are stormproof matches in a waterproof container with a striker on the side. It's free, but you have to pay shipping for it. So you're literally paying like $2 for it. Those are good deals. You know, if you look for them, you can get them. See, $31 for this. It's the same exact thing, except for a different style. Oop. Okay. This is not bad. For $59. Wood handle ferro rod set. And it's made by Guerrilla Tactics. That's what that symbol is Guerrilla Tactics, which is a name brand company. It's actually a really good price because a normal one of these costs like $150 for it. This comes with an 8-inch ferro rod. You get 6 inches from the handle, from the tip of the handle, from the beginning of the handle to the tip of it, and the other inches are inside the handle. You actually get, this is what's called fire cord. You strip this down. It's got 6 inner strands, and it's got one red strand, which is called a fire cord. And you cut it, you shred, you fray it, and you hit it with the sparks, and it's supposed to last like 2 minutes burn time. So you put that under your kindling bundle, strike it, and it will start your kindle. It will start your kindling pile. Then you can add on your smaller twigs and so on and so forth and have a fire. So this isn't a bad product, and it's pretty. So if you're worried about prettiness, and these are what I was talking about, like the emergency sleeping bags. $7. This thing is better than a Mylar blanket. It is a Mylar blanket, but it's a thicker Mylar blanket. But it's a full body encasing Mylar blanket. So this will survive multiple uses, unlike a Mylar blanket will. You can also turn it into a tent if need be. It has the tent, it has the whole entire tent configuration set up. See, it's literally small enough to fit anywhere you want it. So that's what it looks like. You can wrap up in it. You can make it a tent. You can make it a sleeping bag. So it's 90 centimeters wide and 210 centimeters long. And $7, it's actually a good price for it. The only bad thing about Mylar that nobody tells you about, hey, Beth, I like pretty ferro rods, ma'am. Nah. But the what was I gonna say? Boop 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 boop. Yeah, pretty much that for $7. That is a good buy. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say about Mylar. The thing that nobody tells you about Mylar is if you're wearing clothes, you're going to pour sweat from Mylar. So if you're going to sleep in Mylar like it's a sleeping bag, like how they're showing that one guy with his, thermal jacket and everything on, he will be sweating his balls off in that Mylar. What you want to do is when you're in Mylar, you want to sleep naked, because if you don't, you're going to soak your clothes. And if you're in cold temperatures or anything, yeah, always strip down before using Mylar. Because the only thing that Les Stroud said that is true is if you sweat, you die. And that's true. Because if you're wearing anything but wool, like cotton or whatever, it retains the wetness. So if you go to sleep at night and it's cold outside and you're sweating in that sweating in the cotton, you are going to lose all the body heat that you're trying to keep in. Oh, I like pretty stuff there, Beth. Don't you know about survivalists? The more prettier stuff you have, the better you are. Tammy, no, sis, nah. All right, so it's okay. The best thing you can really have on top of the emergency Mylar sleeping bag is carry a ripstop nylon tarp with you. Like this. This is $28. It has the whole entire hookup. I mean, like the whole system. This thing is 118 inches by 118 inches for $28. That's the biggest size that they have. So you're looking, I believe it's a 6 by 6. So, and it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It comes with 6 stakes, 6 ropes, a little bag for it. Then it comes with, your tarp bag. This is good. You can make a shelter anywhere with this, as long as you know tarp shelter configurations. Like, this is a basic A-frame. This is a hammock setup. Then there's, the plow point. There's hundreds of setups for tarps that you can make a good, decent shelter out of that's going to protect you from the rain and everything. That's actually really good. Oh, it says 10 foot by 10 foot. Okay. So that's big enough to hold at least two, maybe three people in and protect you. I mean, that's a good buy for $28. Tammy, that's great. You'll break something, Tammy. But it's all about what you want. You can even do this. $33, yeah, this is a decent buy. So this is an SOS water bottle survival kit. It's got a filter in it. I don't know how good the filter is. It's not going to be, a Catadine or a Life Straw or anything, but it's going to be enough to make you survive. It's got the carabiner. It's got 550 paracord, which I doubt it's real 550 paracord, but it's got the carabiner. It's got the button compass inside. It's got emergency whistle. Yeah, it's got the filter right up here in the nose of it. Comes with a set of hooks, weights, and your weights and your jigs. Comes with floats, fishing line, and alcohol pads. Pretty much all they're doing is selling you a survival fishing kit water bottle. No. I take back what I said about it. But this is a good buy. The bug net tent hammock. So $26 for this, $22 for the tarp. You have a comfortable survival place. So it's made out of parachute cloth, so it's ripstop nylon. 210T nylon, high capacity, tear resistant. And it comes with a bug net already built into it. It has all the gear, all the hang up gear and everything for it. Comes in the little bag. It works. I mean, you get that, you get the tarp, you're good to go. These are good if you want to make a mini survival water kit out of. They work. I mean, $8 for that. You can put a 64-ounce water bottle in it. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, here's some tourniquets right here. Tourniquets, you can actually buy these tourniquets for less than $1. And you need at least 2 tourniquets and you're not going to get that in med kits, so you do have to buy these separate. And this goes with the same thing that Beth was talking about with the bandanas. What you do is you strap this thing. It's like a piece of Velcro that you strap around your arm as tight as you can. Then you Velcro it shut on you. You use this little plastic stick thing to twist tie it as tight as you need to. You write the time on it, and it's supposed to be like 15 minutes or something like that, and it's supposed to stop the bleeding. If it doesn't stop after a certain amount of time, you're supposed to like retighten it and redo it again. So you always want to keep like 2 of these in an emergency kit, just in case you hit an artery or something like that. That's pretty much all I can say about a tourniquet. Looks like we're running out of survival stuff. What's her? If you have a slingshot, these are good. They're harpoons, slingshot harpoons that you can actually catch fish with. I have some of these. They actually work. They work really well. You can also buy a survival hacks book. "200 ways to use everyday items for wilderness survival." Because it doesn't matter where you are in nature, there is human remains everywhere. Most of it is plastic bottles and cans. So, yeah. I mean, you're going to make a belt out of a rubber tire. Like, why? Yeah, newspaper mucklucks. Yeah, that actually works. Yeah, the pop tab tensioner. Then, pallet shelter, but you need a tarp for that. Cardboard triple match. You pretty much use the last 3 matches in one of those old matchbooks, and you strike them, and it extends the life of your matches pretty much. I wouldn't buy that book. But you can get the SAS, survival guide. That is good. Everybody that's a survivalist or bushcrafter has that book. Here's another one of those little mini ferro rods that we were talking about earlier. So this is not only a leather punch or a leather awl, but it's the scraper for your ferro rod. You got an emergency whistle. This little cap right here is a button compass. It's got space enough that you can put tinder in it. Then it's got a glass breaker or a self-defense weapon if need be. I don't see you, pegging a bear or a Sasquatch in the head with it, but if need be, use it. Let's see how big it goes. Okay, it's only the whole entire thing is only 6 inches. So you're looking at probably about maybe an inch and a half, or half an inch ferro rod. It's decent. $9, maybe. Another Mylar sleeping bag. Okay, here. This is what I was talking about. These little mini whales. Yeah, like this. The mini whales, they are a name brand. They're not a Sawyer. If you're going to spend $20, I would get a Sawyer Mini. Sawyer Mini Squeeze. A Sawyer Mini Squeeze does up to 100,000 gallons, where this mini well only does 2,000 liters. But the Sawyer Mini does 100,000 gallons. I mean, this is better. This is better than a Life Straw. Don't get me wrong, but I've always been a fan of Sawyer's, and I always will be a fan of Sawyer water filters. And why is this? Why is this being advertised in survival? I don't know. What is this? Let's see what this is. Emergency food bars. So these are lifeboat food. You get 25.4 ounces, a 3,600 calorie emergency food bar. Yeah, not for $42. No, you can buy it from Walmart for like $6 for an emergency food bar thing. These are rope tensioners. Hey, here you go. $15 and you get that survival kit with it. And it actually comes with a Mylar blanket. But it comes with just a basic paracord bracelet. Nothing fancy to it. So you're trading the survival bracelet for a bag to put it in. Hey, you want a DVD player while surviving in the woods? Here you go. One of these. So this is one of those 3-in-1 ponchos. It's like the Polish Army poncho. I forgot what they're called, but Tammy, since you're across the water, you can get one of these Polish Army ponchos for cheaper than $15 where you're at. So it turns into a tarp. You can use it as a tarp. You can use it to collect water. Then wear it as a poncho if needed. But most of the time, people just keep it rolled up and for shelter purposes. So I would look at your local military surplus, Tammy, and pick up one of the Polish military ponchos than that. Yeah, this is good. These Lixida or Lixada. That's a real brand. It's one of the jigsaw puzzle stoves. So it can be a wood burning stove. It can be a spirit stove, like for what is it called? Like sterno or mineral spirits or something like that. And it's something that you can throw together, throw some twigs in it, start your fire that way, and you also have a windbreak on it. So if you're using your ferro rod into it, you have more of a chance of it actually catching on fire and working than trying to fight the wind and the rain and everything. So these are actually really good. I would suggest getting one of those. I carry one in my survival kit. Hey, look, you want to record your pain and torture? Buy a 50-cent camera with night vision. Then you can get these rip-off Swedish Light My Fire. They're called pinch pinch ferro rods. You hold it with you hold it right here with your two fingers and you strike. They work for $8. It's not bad to have it. A bivy sack is the same thing as one of those Mylar sleeping bags. It's the exact same thing for $17. So it works. Nothing like an electric chainsaw for a survival need. Tree climbing tool. Get your tree climbing tool out. Okay, a lot of this stuff is just laughing. Okay, these are good with your ferro rod. They're magnesium packs. 6 magnesium bags. So what this is shaved magnesium fire starters. You could literally use a not even a quarter, like a 16th of the bag, and it will burn hot enough and long enough that it will catch anything on fire. If it's a rainy condition, I would use a quarter of the bag. Then it's hot enough and powerful enough to catch even wet twigs and wet tinder on fire. So this is not a bad price. $14 for this. I would do that. Or you could buy, a $2 magnesium bar and shave it down yourself and take all that time and work. Any survival situation needs twin ninja swords. Or get a Kukuri emergency kit for $8. I want to see you carry that, Tammy. Buy both the machetes and dual wield the machetes in a survival situation. Talking to you, Tammy. I want to see you do that. Hey, CR. How you doing, brother? Is Autumn in here? Hi. Hi, honey. Hi. Everybody say hello. Say hello to Mrs. Star. Yes, there is. There is a machete on our porch. Oh, did y'all? Okay. All right. Honey, I learned how to screen share and teach people. Yes. Yeah, I'm brave enough, Tammy. I'll just keep away 15 foot in case you throw one. So, let's go back to what we're looking at. I will be right with y'all. You know, in a recent report, they said to not use these anymore. So if you have a snake bite kit or anything that like does a suction to like a snake bite suction kit or an insect suction kit, they said to not use the suction kit because it damages the area and it just draws the venom, the excess venom, into the bite hole. And it breaks up your blood cells or something like that and does more damage than it does good. They said if you can't, get help immediately, use it. But if you could get help immediately, do not use it because I don't know. That's why all these kits are running so cheap anymore. Just a little fact. Oh, look. There's another one of those infinity ones, but it's a keychain version with a carabiner. It's $6 for it. It's got a bottle opener for those, survival moments where you need to open a bottle of alcohol. But that's not bad. It's still cool. Okay, hold on. Can't see the chat. Yeah, if she doesn't type, she's at work. So yes, I do, Tammy. Yes, I do, sis. So it depends. I mean, it depends on what you really want to do with your survival kit. I mean, all this stuff is nice and pretty, but most of it is not going to save you. I mean, running off into the woods with a 16-piece tomahawk, it just I mean, it will work in certain areas, but not all areas. Like, you don't use an axe in areas like Texas, where everything's a soft wood to a hard, like a medium hardwood. Texas and stuff like that, you can get by with a machete. But there's some places like over in the UK, that you need a machete or a decent boy's axe to cut down something. I know you definitely need it up north, because that's the only way you can cut any wood is with an axe. See, you can buy a Ranger compass for $8 on here. Come on. There we go. You always want to set your compass where, where the red lines is actually north on the compass. And on this, it's just north is the magnifying glass. Because in the military, they say red in the shed, it means straight north, true north. And this, it's decent. It's got your sight lining. It's got the glow in the dark north, south, east, west. It's got your altitude, longitude. But it doesn't have a signal mirror on it. It's supposed to have a signaling mirror in it. And I don't see that at all. This is just a navigating compass, not an actual survival compass. So it depends. See, like this. This is what you need. You need a single wall stainless steel or aluminum water bottle. And this is called a fish mouth spreader. And what you do is you unhook this, put it inside, and you can hang it like this over a fire and boil water that way. I mean, $10 for this whole thing, just the fish mouth spreader alone. You can't find these anymore. You can't go to the local. Well, you probably can in the UK or, fishing states like, New York, Maine, something like that. But you can't find these fish mouth spreaders in other states anymore because everybody's buying them out and making, survival kits out of them. So a 25 ounce water bottle with the fish mouth spreader is $14. That's not a bad price for it. That's actually worth it. And you'd get your money's worth out of it just because of the fish mouth spreader on it. See, like right here, you can get a 4-person tent, an actual family tent that can hold, not really 4 people, but maybe 3 for $27. And I bet you anything, this little tent right here doesn't weigh 2 pounds. I mean, look how small that bag is. And that's fully loaded. That's got like all the cardboard, everything in it. This is what it's going to look like out of the bag. So you could throw this in that 100-liter backpack and you're good to go for $27 and have a tent. Is it going to be the best quality in the world? No, but it's a survival situation. So, would you rather sleep under a tarp or something that you can actually close up and not worry about a scorpion or a snake or a tarantula or whatever, coming up to sleep with you to get warm? You know what I mean? Another bivy sack, some D rings. You get one of these. It's an all-in-one spork. It's got the knife. It's got the spork. $7. No, you don't need that in a survival situation. See, look, like this one. This one's $90. That other one was what, $20? So this is 9.8 by 9.8 feet. It's got the same thing. It's got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, so this has more to it. It's got 8 spikes, 8, 8. Ow! It's got 8 spikes, 8 tie-out ropes, 8 more basic spikes, but it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tie-out points on this side, so 10 tie-out points on the bottom. It's got 11, 12 tie-out points, 13, 14 tie-out points, 15, 16 tie-out points, 17 tie-out points on it. This is to raise up your taut line. These right here, instead of running a string through this tarp to make an A-frame, what you'd be doing is tying a rope to a tree on this end, tying a rope to a tree on this end, and tying it up. And then you have all these points to make it as wide or as tall or as you need. And these, you can fold these in. You don't have to use this tie-out point, but you could fold it in on itself to make a doorway here, to make a solid wall, then a doorway on the other side, and just use these 3 as, your tie-out points, which this is not bad for $90 with just because of the multiple tie-out points on it. Oh, where is she? What? 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 Yeah, you always have chopsticks, hun. Okay. Wait. How long, hun? Might take that long. How long do you... are you leaving work right now? Sorry. I can't see chat when I'm screen sharing. Stop screen. Hello. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but is she leaving right now? Is she... Hey, Uncle Al, how you doing, brother? Okay. All right. I will. All right, everybody. I love y'all. Uh, I love y'all. I hope y'all learn a few things that you could get off a Wish. And I would like to see some, I'd like to see some Twitter pictures or something DM to me. If you need help with a survival kit or something like that, contact me, and I'd like to see what y'all come up with. We're gonna try, Uncle Al. All right, I'll be right there. All right, everybody. I have to get off here. I have to go meet Mrs. Starr, and y'all have a great night, and I love you all. Y'all take care. Bye. All right. Bye, everybody. Love y'all.